So, a weird jungler, a weird support. Let's see how this game will roll. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the newest episode of Casting My Climb. We'll look at the teams you see on on the top side of this loading screen. You see in the top lane, you see the Trundle. Rengar is going to be the jungler. Viger, the mid laner. Caitlyn, the bot carry. And Swain, the support. For the bottom team, which I think should be actually the red team, if I remember correctly, but I'm not too sure. Actually, it's blue team. The blue team. It's the red team, yes. Correct. So, for the red team, we got Tamkench in the top lane, Jonas the jungler, which is a very big surprise, Mordekaiser the mid laner, Fortune the bot carry, and Zoe the support. So, one thing we have to look at this one especially is funny point that happened. Yon for just fun swapped with the Mordekaiser, so it was supposed to be Yon mid lane and Mordekaiser jungler, but yeah, that happened. So they're wondering where the enemy team is right now, because we are placed in a very interesting position, to be honest about this one right now. Caitlyn is walking up quite a bit, but no, the red team is not pulling the trigger. And as I want to point out, I am in the red team, the misfortune of this game. So, very interesting situation. Drowsy Bubble hits the Swain, not enough damage though, pull in by the Swain. Ignite comes out, Swain drops already at half HP, so that's going to be a very interesting situation to see how this one develops further. The Q actually hit him as well, so he's very, very low. Though he wants to go a bit greedy there, they do get the Drowsy on the Caitlyn, pull in onto the Zoe. Zoe's not in a good position there, drops pretty low. His Fortune gets now exhausted as well, so Barry has popped out there as well. Caitlyn Barry survives that one, hits the TP for no explicit reason, honestly, and I don't know what that play is, honestly. But we'll see if that doesn't come back to haunt her, that TP. Want to point that out. Guns coming in there, gets rooted up as well. Risks his life almost there as well. That would have been a very bad situation. So, 2-0 up for the blue team in this case. Right now they have about almost 1,000 gold lead. But for that, the Trundle flashes away after being ignited and just out. That's an interesting play, to be honest. That's a very interesting one. So, let's see how this one. Mordekaiser putting on some pressure on top of that one. So he gets to sleep onto the Caitlyn. Caitlyn's dropping pretty low and gets taken out there completely. So that is another one gone into the play right now. And with that, we're in a 3-2 situation already, and the lead has melted down to about 600 gold for the blue team right now, so that's going to be a very interesting situation how this goes further here. Oh, we're trying to going in there. Gets stunned up there. Tamkench is putting in some hurt once again here. Almost a stun. If the stun comes out, oh, that's a stun, and that's another death for the Trundle. 3-3 right now, and Trundle is already up 2-0. And you're looking for a gank here. I don't know why you would go for that one. Tries to go in there. Takes quite a bit of damage already. Gets slowed down now by the rain. And goes down to the misfortune. That gank was whatever it was. It was not a good one. So, 4-3 in favor of the Mordekaiser's team right now. And that opens up a 300 gold lead about right now. It's very funny how they're trying to extend a lot of pressure here, but I don't really see them doing that much. Ronald is 0-2, already has 10 CS in 4 minutes. Okay, Tamkench says, okay, my guy. Oh, well, a lot of pressure onto the Zoe. Zoe's dropping pretty low. He does get a hit there, but Zoe, if she just walks away, it's all good, honestly, right now. Feel like that should be Zoe's true goal right now. Kench gets another tongue lashing in there. Misfortune takes a tower shot. Misfortune, I'm saying. Caitlyn takes a tower shot, but that's not what you really want to see if you're the Caitlyn. Rengar comes in with the gang, but just a slight dip by the Tom there. Actually, he's fighting off the Rengar right now. Rengar does get the root there. Is Rengar going to go for more? Pillar comes up there. A lot of damage being put on top of there. Tom is fine with this fight, to be honest. I don't know if you really want to go for this one if you're further there, but seems like they're fine on either side right now. Caitlyn trying to react quite heavily here. Zoe can't really move into this fight right now because there's not much to be done about this one. However, Tom Kench once again comes in there, pops up around him once again. He has no opportunity, and that's another pickup. Mordekaiser is barely surviving here, but Yona's looking for an opportunity here as well. Not a big opportunity here, but that's actually a cage that does save his life there, so he can be happy about that one. Fortune did go back. Though, despite, for example, the last game where I said my itemization choices were pretty poor, I feel like in this game my itemization choices as the Misfortune were pretty strong here, because we kind of want your Misfortune to go a bit more into the lethality route because it helps out quite a bit more than sitting on crit. You can go with the Bloodthirst as well, but I like kind of the I go Hubris right now. I would probably go Axiom Mark, but I feel like I don't get enough out of Axiom Mark to immediately go for that first item. Though I really like the item, because it gives Misfortune exactly what she really wants. More often time to use her ult, which is always a good thing for Misfortune. Mordekaiser gets hit by the cage there, puts a bit of damage, but he just comes out of that one unscathed whatsoever. Sorry about that one. And now you can see still Tom Kench is putting on the pressure. It has level 6 already, so that's going to be a very interesting situation how this one develops further with Tom Kench goes in there. Gets getting knocked away by the pillar there, and doesn't manage to dodge the Q there, so no tongue lashing this time for him. And now we see how this one goes further. Good bounce there for the Misfortune. Bit of pressure here. Does take it to take a bit of damage from both, but this is not a lot of damage you want to take if you are Caitlyn there. Caitlyn has to flash away, tries to find an opportunity to get out of this one, but not much dice about that one, and she goes down to the Misfortune. Caitlyn picks up the nuker now, but won't help it much. Flash in from the Tom Kench, puts up the ignite, gets out of dodge as well, and that just shows the Tom Kench just knows what he's doing. Rengar's now trapped between a Drake and a Rock there, and gets taken out by the Yone there, and the Drake wanders over to the red team as well, so not really much you can do about this game. Be completely honest about it. 8-3 in favor of Mordekaiser's team, who's just walking in there, looking along. Viger's trying to hold up as much as he can, gets pulled in there, gets sent to the Shadow Realm, is trying to run away from this one. Yone is putting himself into position, but not needed because Mordekaiser's going to come out there. I got the little guy, and all is good. Caitlyn takes a bit of damage there, so he can't really put more pressure on her right now. However, still a good position here for the red team to be in. Caitlyn took a bit of damage, so he's bringing herself into a great spot here. Fortunately, the flash didn't succeed into it. Drowsy onto the Kate. So he hits that first, and then Misfortune puts that one through there. Trundle gets found by the Yone. Mordekaiser's there as well, so Trundle's trying to flee the scene as much as he can. He managed to get away. Rengar's going to come in now. Let's see if the party's going to go on to a spiky time. He gets pulled in there. Trundle's alone, but Rengar's watching. Now he jumps in there. Dropping down, goes down. This is now an opportunity here, but still Mordekaiser's holding on as much as he can. Tom Kench is coming around here. Pops in there, gets immediately on top of the right. Rengar gets pulled in, gets taken out, and Viger has to watch as his team dies off there. No grubs picked up as well, so a very unfortunate situation to be in if you are this blue team. Once again, it's 4-12, and the lead is almost 3,000 gold already in 9 minutes and 20 seconds. Quite a heavy play to keep up right now. There's a lot more going on here about the situation here. Mordecai's are putting up with a lot here, but Mordecai's not really in a good spot, I would say, right now. Oh, Drowsy hits the Swain. Swain does pop the ultimate as well. Gets the Zoe's life there. Bullet time comes out of there. And Caitlyn just stands in the bullets, putting down a trap, and that's a double kill for the Misfortune. Why was the Caitlyn standing still there? Kench says hello once again to the Trundle. Trundle's trying to walk away from this one. Tries to walk this one off. Right now we're in the gold 4 category, to be honest, because of how everything went. And now Yona's looking for an opportunity here, but not much about that one. Trundle, why are you walking up to the wave when the Tom is just waiting for you? Trundle trying to get as much room as he can. Gets one tongue lashing. That's not much he can do. Second one, the ignite goes, and he is just a goner right now. Ringer is close by. This is an interesting situation, how this one will develop out of this. Ringer is circling down there. Misfortune is right now alone because there is right now Zoe being close by. However, right now it looks like there's going to be a pincer snapping there. Oh, Ringer is going to go for that one. Does get a root on top of the Yon there, but Yon answers immediately there. A lot of you put onto the Ringer already, and I don't think this is the way he wants to go about that one. Jump away from the Ringer. Their trap gets put down onto the ground. Here, Caitlyn tries to find a way out of this one, and Ringer barely survives this one. Zoe survives as well. Mordekaiser puts the Viger into the Death Realm. Not much about that one. Caitlyn goes down during the fight there. Nothing about that one. Tongue lashing once again for the Trundle, and he's gone down once. Oh, he does get a bit of lifesteal there, so this could actually be an opportunity. And he lifesteals his way, I think, through the tunnel. No, doesn't. Bullet time comes out of there. That's one down. Swain gets to live to tail, but Yon says, not so fast, my guy. Puts in a bit of damage there. Misfortune comes around, puts the last dagger in there, walks out of tower range. And now that's going to be some plates wandering around for the Misfortune once again. And with this, it's still not looking good. 19-6 in favor of this red team right now. Lead is almost 4,000 gold. What? Why is the lead not that big? Has to be something about the game right now. How the gold's being... I mean, okay, yeah. Yeah, mid lane is pretty even, and that's probably it, I would say, right now. Ever a lot of pressure being put on once again. Mordekaiser managed to walk away. Zoe has now picked up the Luden's Echo. Hubris is already on the Misfortune and is at 18 stacks already, so that's something about that. When Rengar comes in there, tries to get on top of the Mordekaiser. It does take him down. Meanwhile, Yona in the top lane gets on top of the Trundle. I don't really know why you would gank the Trundle, to be honest, because, well, he's probably not worth anything right now. Though he's holding on as much as he can right now. Caitlyn does take the tower shot there, and that's not the play you want to do if you're the Caitlyn, and she's just gone out of that one. And 1v2 gets into a kill for the Misfortune, and that's just not the play you want to see. Though we have probably a short moment before anything goes on, so let's look at the items we have right now in the game right now. We got Tiamat. Oh, Yon dies there off of a bad play there, but yeah, Yon picks up the Blade of the Rune King, so I think the Trundle's going to go for the Ravenous Hydra would be my guess right now. Can't really guarantee it right now. However, the Tahm Kench has the Heartsteel and Plated Steel Caps already, so he's going pretty hard there. Rengar has the Emberglaive, which, I mean, it's a short item spike, probably that's why it's being picked up here. Well, Leon has the Blade of the Rune King and the Berserk Greaves here. Trundle's not having a good time once again. Tahm Kench is just slapping him down and just doing what he really wants here and takes him out completely. There are no issues whatsoever. And we have the Viger with the Luden's Echo and the Spellslinger shoes. Well, the Mordekaiser only has the Raw Eyes yet, but that's quite a good item for him. Oh, they're looking for a pickoff here, but not enough to really get a jump on there. And we have the Caitlyn with... Oh, Rengar gets caught off there, tries to sneak around, but gets taken out immediately. Misfortune gets pulled in there right now. Caitlyn trying to find a way out of this one. Doesn't manage to do so. Good knock up there, but not enough damage. Bold time comes out of there. Misfortune picks up the Caitlyn once again. And that opens up the Drake completely for Yon's team out of that play immediately. As I was going to say, hubris on the Misfortune and probably soon the Collector as well. Well, the Caitlyn is right now sitting on the Hex Optics, which is a good item for Caitlyn, but the problem is you have Misfortune against you who's just miles ahead, and there you can see that the Collector's already done there. Because you got a 9-1-3 Misfortune versus the 1-7-3 Miss Caitlyn. That's not a good position to be in. Well, then we can look at the Swain, who has Raw Eyes. Oh, but whoa, that was a lot of damage from the Zoe there. Trundle, I don't know why you're in that position, to be honest, my guy. Kench and Mordecai say hello, get a pick off there. Misfortune comes in now on the side. Vigar's trying to survive this one. No chance whatsoever. That's another pick off there. And this red team are just stomping this right now. It's 6,000 gold lead right now. Fortune is pushing the turret. Does give a 490 gold split for the team. However, the bigger issue right now is you got this Misfortune who's 10-1-3. You got an 8-0-2 Tom Kench. What are you going to fight here, really? I guess looking for an opportunity. Jumps on top of Ward. Trumps into everybody. Gets taken out immediately. And Rengar is a goner. Rengar's picking up a Tiamat after being completely annihilated all the time. Shadow Realm for the Swain's trying to get out of the jail for this one. Not really an opportunity for him to do much about that one. Still holding on. Does go down now. Grundle, why don't you learn? Oh. However, Mordekaiser does actually escape that play. I thought he would be in a bad position, but he is fine whatsoever here. Vigar walks into a trap. Just get the cage up there, so that's an opportunity, but he has a bigger problem called Tom Kench on top of him. And with that, he goes down. Just not the plays you want to see from your team right now, if you are the blue side. The lead is going to continue to grow this game, honestly, right now. Not much can be really contested about this one. Misfortune is walking probably away fine. Could be interesting. However, Trundle once again finds the Tom Kench there. Tongue Lashing goes out. And actually, Rengar picks up the Misfortune, but yeah, they do get the pickup there, but I'm not too sure this is really what you want to do here in this case. Because, well, Rengar did get 1,000 gold out of that one kill. The other issue is that Misfortune doesn't have to care about that anymore. Can play a bit more aggressive in the game again. Because if you have that big bounty, it's on your mind. Let's be honest about that one. Trying to fight off Tom Kench and Mordekaiser. I'm not too sure this is really the fight you want to take if you are this blue team. Caitlyn goes down immediately. You're gonna go on to the Tom Kench. I'm not too sure if this is the wisest play. Tom Kench is holding on as much as he can. He does get the shield there, which was pretty good position to be in to get that shield. Fortune is walking in now as well. Puts a bit of pressure onto the Vigar still. I guess still hovering around the spot. I'm not too sure you really want to do this if you're the Vigar here. Oh, Vigar is holding on as much as he can, really. Rengar is trying to create some more pressure here. The charge is going to come in soon, and that's going to be a big opportunity to play this one around. Charge takes out the turret immediately. You don't get the wraparound there. Yon gets a knock-up actually, but not enough there, and quite a bit of pressure being put on top of him as well. But the bigger issue right now for this blue team is they need to find something to answer completely here right now. The fight is going on here. Mordekaiser is pulling Grundle into the Shadow Realm and takes him out there. Yon is getting jumped by the Rengar. Rengar putting in a lot of damage here. Holds on as much as he can, but Yon finishes off the job here. Sleep on top of the Caitlyn. She stands still for a moment and gets annihilated once again. This is the biggest part right now. They're not respecting the stuns of the enemy team, so it's 10-35 in favor of Zoe's team. We're in about I would say 8,000 gold lead right now for this team. No, actually not 8,000. Yeah, about 8,000. A bit more than 8,000. We're closing almost in on to the 9,000 territory right now. Makes a lot of sense with how this red team is playing. The thing is, a lot of people can right now say, okay, the red team should just push their advantage, force 2-3 fights, and just play it out. But at the other side, I look at this right now and see, yeah, they're not forcing it, which is probably the wisest choice they can do right now. Kind of surprised that the blue team hasn't tried to surrender yet. Been going for an aggressive play, pulls into the Mordekaiser, but I don't know why you would do that really right now. Rick wanders over to the red team once again. That's his third, so Soul Point is going to be next on to the cards. A lot of pressure being pulled up there. Viger gets a good one there. They jumped the Mordekaiser under the tower there. I'm not too sure this is really the play that you want to see here. You go down there, and I love how the game's just like, nah, that Misfortune kill was not even worth it. So basically what happened is Viger just stood in the Misfortunal. Let's be honest about it. That's what kind of happened. Walked actually back into it and went down. So Baron is an easy setup here for this red team right now. And Swain, I don't know why you would walk in there, but Swain decided to walk in there, gets taken out before even something goes down. I'm kind of putting some more pressure on that one. Caitlyn goes down. Rengar is now trying to fight this one. Falls as well. Caitlyn picks up the collector. It's her second item. Tahm Kench gets 2 more kills on the book. Go back. Shadow Flame for the Zoe. Kind of all of what you want to see right now of your team. It's extending the lead further and further in this game. Trundle going for the camp. Not too sure he was suspecting something. He tries to get out of there now. Trundle had to use Flash even to get away from this Tahm Kench, who's been a menace towards him. Not much you can really do about that one. Yon is keeping up the plays here. As I said, I'm really surprised I haven't seen a single surrender vote yet in this game, which surprises me actually quite a bit. Our Infinity Edge now on the Misfortune as well. Yon gets on top of the Caitlyn. She has no opportunity there and walks away. He doesn't even walk away, he just teleports back. And that opens up more success here. Ooh, that's the Shadow Realm. Been trying to survive this one. I'm not too sure why he's trying to really do this one. And Viger puts down the Misfortune. Respectable play there. Hit his ult quite nicely there. Got him there. Yon jumps over the wall. Says hello to the Rengar. Rengar goes good night night. And that is another point here. Tahm Kench goes pretty hard in there. Gets another pick off. And that's going to be it. Caitlyn trying to get some pressure onto the Tahm Kench. But Tahm Kench doesn't really care about that one. He just walks further away. And it's fine with that. All good for him. Gonna have a lovely time. Caitlyn looking just survive right now. So he misses the trouble bubble there, unfortunately. Otherwise, that could have been a really fun play there. But quite a nice lead here for the red team right now. They're 11,000 gold ahead. Bubble bubble misses, unfortunately, once again here. Here picks up the Lord Doms. Which I kind of get, but at the same time I think right now it would probably be better with the lifesteal that the enemy team has to pick up that trouble bubble hits. They can't extend into that one. Oh no, barely doesn't. Vega tries to jump over the wall, doesn't really get anything out of that one. And with that, it's another distraction here. And now Tom is going for the tower, takes out the tower. Rengar trying to wrap around here, but this could become a very hard problem here. Rengar jumps the Tahm Kench. You don't jump a tank. Tom just walks away from this one. Is like, yo, I'm having a good time. Viger gets put into the Shadow Realm. Mortis says, hello, my friend. Say goodnight. And there's the bullet time. Swain actually flashes over that one. Fortune barely survives that one, but it's enough there. Radiance for the Tom Kench, who's a big menace. 15-0-6. He's just going to keep on walking here. So much damage. Caitlyn does not get pulled in there. That's a bit of a surprise. Trouble Bubble hits once again there. Caitlyn gets annihilated by the Zoe. And that's another kill. 47-12 right now. And it's a almost 14,000 gold lead. Ringer has no opportunity to walk away from this one. Goes down. Another ace here for this blue team. Ringer's not looking good. Or maybe overextended their slide step there. Fortune is fine by that one. Spectre's Cowl now for the Mordekaiser. Going to go for a bit magic resistance to stop this Viger from becoming a big problem. Viger presses R, annihilates the Zoe, and that is another one. While Tom Kench takes the tower in the top side. Tier 2 goes down as well. So this is now another opportunity here. And everything is fine. Swain now picks up a Leandris. He's got his second item on the books now, boys and girls. This is something Viker's working towards. The Rabadon's Death Cap got it now, and the Inferno Soul runs over to the red team because no Drake has went into the hands of the blue side. Ranger comes in once again and says hello to the Misfortune, and Yonan is just gone. Been putting some pressure onto the Tom Kench, but Tom Kench comes around and says, yo, what up? Let's dodge that one. This could be an interesting wraparound because Yon and Misfortune are looking for something. Caitlyn gets found and two-shotted. Holy moly. Swain goes down to the Yon as well. And Misfortune. Okay, I mean, she has 51 stacks on the Hubris. Warmock's now on the Tom Kench. He's going to be an immortal monster for the enemy team whatsoever. And yeah, it's not looking good. Let's be honest about this one. Rengar, who has no opportunity to do a lot in this game. Besides, let me go more damage. I don't know why he would do that. He does manage to pick up the Zoe, who was maybe a bit overextended there. Be honest about that situation there. But still, it's not looking good for the blue side. Mortar with the ult there. Flash away from the Trundle here. And now it's going to become very interesting. Mortar is the lone survivor, lone player here versus 4. Didn't manage to get the Trundle. Barely didn't. But Trundle picks up the kill, which I don't think is the wisest choice if you're this blue team. However, what's done is done. Trundle picks up the Blade of the Rune King now. Good opportunity. Trundle goes in with the knock up there. Immediately the bull time gets pulled out of there. 2 down already. Now there's the try for the Swain to survive this one. Trundle's trying to put some distance in between them and the Swain. Swain does get the root, but doesn't go for the pull in there. But a bit of damage there, but that's another inhibitor gone. That's only 2 left here. Yon gets immediately annihilated by the Viger there. The Viger's the one who's trying to pull up as much as he can really right now. Trying to put something on top of the Tom Kench, but Tom Kench is just chilling right now. A lot of damage being set up on. Swain lost about a quarter of his HP already. Viger's being very wary of this one as well. Bundle gets slowed up a bit. Rengar could come around here. This could get very interesting now. Rengar's actually going to go for the Misfortune. And okay, even with everything going on, the Assassin does manage to take down the ADC. That's a mistake that was made by the Misfortune there. Let's be honest about that one. But Rengar, who used everything to get this Misfortune, is ignited now and gone. I think he sees that as a win. I'm not too sure if that I would count that as a win. Mordekaiser overextends himself a bit there. Gets taken out as well, so the red team are getting sloppy in this game right now. It's a 13,000 gold lead right now still. It's for 219 for Tom Kench's team right now. And we see the Swain is looking for another opportunity to do something about this one, but the Tom is kind of fine with this right now. I don't really know if they can really threaten the Tom Kench as much. Swain pulls out the ultimate as well. They do even go for the exhaust here. It comes out of there. Tom gets out the first pickup here, and Trundle is hightailing it out of there. Hector's cowl onto the Swain is kind of a funny choice right now. So he immediately gets blown up there. Not a good play about that one. Rengar tries to jump the tanky Tom Kench. I don't know why he would do that, but Viger has to pay the price for that one from the Yone coming in there. Still, Rengar's alive. Caitlyn is alive as well, but I don't know why he would go for that play. Let's be honest about this one. Rise and focus for the Zoe. Meanwhile, Yone gets a finish on that. Caitlyn, who is 1-15-6. Not a really good game here from the Caitlyn. I mean, the blue team generally didn't have a good game. Let's be honest about that. When you have an 18-0-9 Tom Kench, you have a 19-4 Misfortune. You have a 13-3 Yone. You kind of know it's not in a good position right now. A lot of plays around here. Swain does survive this one. The Nexus goes down after 30 minutes and 42 seconds. GG, red team win this one, and I go back to gold 3. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to, and hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye.